All right, today we have an Elk Ridge. This is Elk Ridge. It's the Bushcraft knife. I'm going to show you pretty much everything it comes with, and we're gonna test it out, see how good it does. I've been looking forward to this because it's such a budget knife, and I'll show you the back. This has Velcro on the sheath. You can put it in through a belt, clip it to packs. It's also hook and loop, I'm sorry. Some people will say, that's not Velcro. You can strap this on anywhere. You can connect it to anything. It's a lot like the Schrade sheath that I have. Before I get in there, this is clipped right here. It does come with a ferro rod, which we have not tried or used at all yet, and a sharpening stone, which is a pretty cool idea. And it also has in there a scraper, which these things I just never use. Actually, that one doesn't really have teeth. That actually, maybe we'll try that one so we don't have to use the blade. I might try that one kind of on this, if you can see it on there. Might scrape okay. All right, as far as the blade, here's what the blade looks like. It is a fixed blade. I can't remember if it was a, it's ER 555, and it's a stainless steel. I can't see what kind. I think that might be this style. I'm not sure. And I don't remember if this was G10 or some sort of nylon something. But a lot like my Tops Bob as far as handle. I mean, it's got plenty of. So it looks good. Almost looks like a Scandi type grind, but it's probably a flat. And it does have a really thick coating on there. It does feel really good in your hand. So I think today we're going to try to baton some stuff, probably feather stick. Maybe real quick right now, I will try to make a spark off of this with the striker. See if it works. You have to take the coating off first usually. I'm sure it works. Even the cheap ones, oh, already got a spark. Just, yeah, I guess you can get it off this. There you go. Might have to turn it. Don't really like the strikers. Anyways, you could see, you could get a spark even with this striker. I don't like it. Personally, I'd rather use the blade, but usually what ends up happening when using the blades that have the coating on them, it's real hard on the back. So I'm gonna set this off to the side for a second, and we'll see if we can't get something crazy done with this thing. Like, I don't know if I could even use something that small to baton through this. But see, no problems there sticking into anything. Maybe a feather stick first. How about that? Let's see if we could feather stick this thing, which a lot of knives do just fine with feather sticking. As far as a bushcraft style knife and for a budget price, whew, that's pretty cool. Look at that. Look at how many problems I'm having. None whatsoever. See that? That is sweet. I like that already. I like the feel of that thing. I just wonder how long it will really stay sharp and stuff, but I guess we'll find out. Look at that. You can make big curls. I love this style of knife. And it really, I mean, you can get a full hand on that thing. And I like that. I don't even use that to smack this with. It's a little small, but let's see if I can't baton through a chunk of this. Even with that little light piece, I don't think this is going to be a problem at all. That one's a little bigger. Take some meat on that. I might need a bigger stick, but it's a pretty thick knife. Look at that. No problems. I don't have any problems with that. I kind of like that thing. It feels good in the hand. I'm sure there's no problem cutting. I could probably grab some baling twine if I wanted to. No problem splitting. What about just regular notching for anything, putting stuff together, making traps. Yeah, you're not gonna have a problem there. Man, for the price of this thing, I'm actually shocked. I mean, I thought it might have been kind of cheap with that thing, but no problems there either. I can leave a link in the description for this one. I believe it was around $20-ish. So I couldn't believe it, and I have a buddy that has an Elk Ridge. And his seemed to do just fine. I'm not seeing any marks or anything. Even with batoning, sometimes some stuff will just chip, and that is a very small piece to be doing that with. I don't know, it's gotten too hard. Anyways, yeah, no problems there. I can't quite tell if the handle may be a tiny bit loose, but doesn't look like it would be really hard to screw together if it is. But overall, good purchase on there. Decent sheath. Let's see what Gabe thinks.
All right, well, I have a little bit of a bigger club here, but I didn't feel like working that hard. So we're gonna see how it does. Let's see if this piece is big enough. Ooh, I might not have enough. I'm gonna try it. Oh, come on. Went for the biggest piece I could find. There we go. We'll go all the way through. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it did it. A piece big enough that the blade could barely fit through it, and it still made it through. Obviously, I had that massive club, but let's see here. There is no rolling, no chipping, no marring.
Still looks good.
Still looks very good. Very surprising. Let's try a little bit of feather stitching. Go for this side. Oh wow, that's very good. That is quite impressive, actually.
Like that?
Yeah. Very quick, very easy. One of the easier knives that I've used for that, actually. That worked very well. Let's move on to some chopping. Same, yeah, that handle might be a little bit loose, huh?
Yeah, it felt like it.
Doesn't have a ton of mass to it, so I don't think this is gonna work out the best, but yeah, you're not gonna have a fun time doing too much of this. But if you had to, you can kind of work through some smaller to probably medium-sized branches. And actually, that worked out pretty good for something. Yeah, that's not going to be the most fun thing. But I'm sure if you had this in a bag, you went camping with it, I'm sure it would do absolutely great. For the average person out there, you're talking about a really good budget option in comparison to something like, I know you mentioned the Tops knife, which I'm personally not a fan of, but or some of the off-grid stuff, or well, even the Schrade that we have now. That thing, the new version of that's really expensive, and this is not as good as those options, but it actually does compete.